Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this one I thought we could talk about a narrative that I hear all the time, which is that money changes people. No, it doesn't. Okay, all it does is reveal who they were to begin with. You know, money doesn't change people. It doesn't actually have the capacity to do that. I want you to think about an influencer, a really big one, you know, one that has at least 100,000 subscribers. When their channel was really small like mine, probably they would say, oh, you guys, please subscribe to my channel, or please support me, you know, forever begging for people to subscribe. But once they hit the 100,000 subscribers and they're buying the Birkins or whatever, you know, maybe the 1 million subscribers once are the one buying the Birkins and Kelly, I don't know, and I don't care. But yeah, once they be buying the Birkins and the Kelly, when you girls are in the comment section down below telling them how they're unrelatable to you now, they're like, unsubscribe, this is my channel, if you don't like my content, unsubscribe, if you don't like what I'm doing, unsubscribe, if you don't like the fact that I'm successful now, unsubscribe. Forgetting that you made them successful to begin with, forgetting that you carried them on your back to begin with. I dare any content creator to send a video to a big brand telling them, oh, I work really hard on this video, can you please sponsor it? You won't even get an answer. Okay, like, because brands want to see stats, right? They want to see how much subscribers you have, how much your audience support you, the engagement, how much they, you know, engage with your content, whether they click on the links that you share with them, right? Whether they purchase the products that you tell them to, right? So in and of itself, you working really hard on the video means nothing to a big brand, and it shouldn't, right? The buying power of your supporters, of your subscribers, is what means something to them, you know, in a capitalistic society, as it should, right? So these people who once were literally begging you to subscribe for their channel, right? Who would answer to every single comment, hearty, say thank you so much, thanks for watching, grateful for you, and whatever else, they can't be bothered to even answer to one comment now. Like, I know of big creators who don't even answer to a single comment, right? Who don't heart even a single comment, even though you can't tell me you don't have 10 minutes right after you uploaded a video to engage with your subs. They still don't, you know, they don't feel they have to, they know they don't need to, that the people are going to watch anyway, so they have enough money to fund their lifestyle anyway, it doesn't matter, right? So I often hear subscribers saying, oh, she changed now, or she changed now, she thinks she's all that. No, she didn't. You didn't know her. I mean, we don't know content creators anyways, right? We are in a parasocial relationship with them, or should I say you guys are in a parasocial relationship with them. I'm not. Okay, I'm only in one parasocial relationship, and it's with Kelly Rowland, but that's beyond the point. Sorry, I have ADHD. But yeah, they didn't change. That's who they were to begin with, right? Money doesn't change them. It just revealed who they were all along. And now that they have that security, now that they have the cushion of the money, they feel free, or they are free to be able to show you who they were all along. This is who they were to begin with, right? They just didn't have the means to be able to express who they were. It's the same thing when you leave a cousin stay with you, a sister, a friend, maybe really close friend, best friend. If they're staying on your couch, of course they're not going to show you their true face, right? In my country, there's a saying that say poor people don't have a personality, and I think we're pretty close to the truth, because, you know, poverty is a stressor, right? When you are really poor, like when you are really struggling to even have food to eat, or a place to stay, or feed your kids, or even, you know, clothe them, like, you are not going to have the time to introspect, to think about what you like and what you don't like. You know, self-actualization, as quite as it's kept, is a luxury. Okay, and we all don't have that luxury. Many people, you'll be surprised at the amount of people that do not have that luxury, right? So if someone is staying on your couch, bathing on your water, charging their phone with your electricity, like, they are not going to tell you things that they don't like about the friendship or about the dynamic. They're not going to, you know, speak negatively about your kids or your husband or boyfriend or whatever, right? Because they're depending on you. Like, this makes sense. They're dependent on you. Why would they tell you things that could potentially upset you and make you put them on the street? Like, it doesn't even make sense, right? Another thing from my country, whoever is hiding under the bed is gonna hide their feet too, right? So yeah, and you know, these people always actually show us clues. We just don't want to see them, right? I don't believe that any human being is good enough at masking who they are to the point where their 360 can be a complete surprise. I think that if that happened to you, then you really lack discernment, and maybe you should benefit, or you could benefit from honing the skill of discernment. You know, people do leave us clues. They do tell them who they are if we care to listen, right? I had a friend many moons ago, probably 15 years ago, who used to stay with me because she had nowhere else to go. And you know, once she got on her feet, she did change on me a little, people would say, but I wasn't surprised. Disappointed? Sure, maybe, absolutely, actually, definitely, but not surprised at all, because even as she stayed with me, she would do and say things that suggest that she actually resented the dynamic of the relationship. I could tell, you know, sometimes it's in a look they will give you when they think you're not watching. Sometimes it's something they would say, you know, very slick, you know, just in passing, nibbling by. Like, you have to be really quick in order to be able to catch these subtle shades. You know, it's things they will say about your kids, sometimes about your spouse, or way that they would talk to them, right? I remember a time where she thought I wasn't listening or hearing her. She was talking to my daughter, and I could tell from the sound of her voice how my daughter kind of annoyed her, right? And you know, toddlers, my daughter was a baby at the time, can be annoying, I get it, but just the way she was like, I could tell like how she really resented the whole situation. And you know, so be mindful, be careful of face expression, of smiles that are not genuine, where, you know, the eyes are not smiling, only like the mouth is, kind of like the teeth are kind of like, you know, the fake smiles that we are all guilty of doing sometimes. Pay attention. But generally, like I said in the beginning of the video, money cannot change anybody, right? It doesn't have the capacity to do that. People are who they are, and sometimes people don't even know who they are. You know, when they're really struggling, they cannot focus on that, so they have to focus on survival, which is fair enough. Like I said before, self-actualization is a luxury. And yeah, so yeah, even them themselves don't think they are capable of the stuff that they will do and say once, you know, they get on their feet. But yeah, money can't change people. It doesn't. It's just reveal who they were all along, who they were. To begin with, if you agree with this video, let me know in the comment section down below. Or have you seen, or perhaps even experienced in your personal life, people switching and changing on you once they got the money? Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up as well, and of course subscribing to my channel, and come back on Tuesday at 7 p.m. this time Eastern Standard Time, because in that one I'm going to be telling you how even though money doesn't change people, it radically sometimes change those around them. So if you want to know my personal experience with people, friends and family of mine changing once I got this little, very little money, okay, just a taste of the moneyed life, tune in on Tuesday. Bye guys, thanks for watching. Mwah.